say that he's being kept in conditions that could be described as medieval. They say Alon is chained, he is starving, and has several untreated injuries. And now Alon's family is fighting for his release before it's too late. Alon's mother, Idit Ohel, joins me now live. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm so sorry to be meeting you under these circumstances. You know, on the one hand, when these hostages came out a few weeks ago, you find out, you must have been filled with joy that he's alive, your son's alive. And then you hear about the conditions of his captivity. I can't even imagine the emotional roller coaster.
It is a very emotional roller coaster that I'm going through, 507 days today. And I'm waiting for it to be over and that Alon will be returned to me, that I can hug him again and he can continue with his life as soon as possible. And for that, we need the things to go on and then the deal to continue. Either, you know, the first stage or second stage to come about. Alon is he's in a very big danger, and his condition is very fragile in the fact, like, you know, not eating enough and being bound and chained and stuff like that. And, you know, he's very strong in his mind. He's
I was going to ask you, is he strong? Because I mean, I can't even believe he survived. You know, we know that at least almost 500 days he's in this Hamas tunnel in Gaza in chains. We saw the two men he was held with. They were emaciated. Tell me why you think Alon is able to survive this.
Well, you know, the ones who returned, you know, Eli and Dor and Elia, they tell me that Alon is strong. You know, he's singing to himself as he's playing with his hands, like tapping his leg and just thinking about the future. So he's trying to survive. He's trying to be knowing that soon he will be home and thinking about that and trying to think about good things. And so in his mind, he's trying to cope, even though his body is different. You know, his body is very weak, and he's trying to survive this. Alon has been in the tunnels from the beginning.
They said from the very start, never up above ground.
Yeah, never. Yeah. Maybe I think 2 weeks or something like that, and then he went down, and that's a long time. That's a long time not to know the difference between day or night, not knowing. You know, they're counting the minutes. Actually, they're counting the seconds every day to make sure that they know what day it is. So they're counting every day and to know how many days have passed, so he knows. And he's seeing everybody else, you know, coming home or knowing that they are coming home. So he's thinking about the fact that hopefully that he will be brought home also. And
why wasn't he released as part of the I mean, Hamas was supposed to release, you know, women and children. Obviously, they released dead children, as well as a dead mother. But they were supposed to release, in humanitarian purposes, hostages who were injured. And Alon, according to others, is clearly very injured. He might even lose his sight because of this shrapnel injury to his eye.
That is true. Yeah. Well, the 33 hostages that were listed at the first stage is the list that the government, or my government, you know, sent. That was in November 2023, the same list. Most of the humanitarians that came home that are Alon's age and younger are ones that had some kind of health issue before the 7th of October.
Yeah.
Like diabetes, or that has nothing to do with what's going on right now.
Or the injuries.
So we know Alon is injured. That's why I say it has to continue, because he's a humanitarian. He needs to come home, not just him. There are so many other hostages still alive that need to come home because they are humanitarian in an humanitarian issue, and they're trying to survive by the thread. we must do something. And I want to thank, President Trump is doing all he can. I know that he wants all the hostages to be freed, and he's been saying that over and over again. And I'm glad that he's doing everything that he can, him and his staff, which is very important for me to know that this is happening.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.